The owner of a busy food delivery company wanted to learn more about how his business was running. He had a big office, many meetings, and a team of managers. But he did not spend much time at the stores. He thought it was time to see the real work. So he planned to visit one of his busiest stores without telling anyone who he was. He wanted to work there for a day as a regular employee. This way he could see the problems, the good parts, and how the workers really felt. He prepared carefully. He wore plain clothes, like the kind the workers wore every day. Even gave himself a fake name. The owner wanted to be invisible so he could watch everything closely. The morning of his visit, he felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He wondered if the workers would notice anything strange about him. He wanted to learn, not judge. He hoped to see the true story behind the business. When he arrived, the store looked busy. There were many customers coming in and out. The smell of fresh food filled the air. The workers moved quickly but with care. The owner felt the heat from the kitchen and the noise from the machines. It was very different from the quiet office he was used to. The manager greeted him with a smile but did not know he was the boss. Introduced him to the team as a new helper for the day. The owner started by helping clean the tables and sweep the floor. It was simple work, but tiring. He saw how the staff kept the place neat, even when many people were eating and leaving crumbs everywhere. Then he moved to the kitchen, where cooks prepared meals fast. The owner watched how they chopped vegetables, cooked meat, and packed food into boxes. Each step was quick but needed focus to avoid mistakes. As the day went on, the owner learned about the hard work behind every meal. He noticed how some workers stayed calm even when orders piled up. Others helped each other without being asked. The owner felt a deep respect for the people who worked there. They did not complain much, even when the job was tough or the hours long. During his breaks, the owner talked to some workers. He asked simple questions about their day and their lives. Many shared stories about their families, dreams, and challenges. One young woman said she worked 2 jobs to support her children. Another man spoke about going to school at night after his shift. The owner listened carefully. He realized that these workers were more than employees. They were people with hopes and struggles. The owner also saw moments of kindness. When one worker dropped a box of food, a coworker rushed to help clean up. When a customer was confused about their order, a staff member calmly explained and fixed the mistake. The owner saw smiles exchanged after hard moments and heard laughter between shifts. This made him understand that the team was like a small family. As afternoon came, the store grew even busier. The phone kept ringing, and the workers moved faster. The owner helped pack meals into bags for delivery drivers, tried to keep up, but sometimes felt out of breath. He noticed how the workers learned to work as a team to finish all orders on time. When one person was slow, another would step in to help. The owner admired this quiet teamwork. At one point, the owner watched a teenager working at the cash register. The teen was friendly to every customer and quick to answer questions. He handled the money carefully and even helped bag some orders. The teen seemed small, but had a big heart. He smiled a lot and helped his coworkers when they asked. The owner thought this teen was special. The owner also saw the challenges. Sometimes customers were unhappy or rude. The workers stayed patient and polite. Sometimes machines broke or food ran out. The workers did not give up. They fixed problems as fast as they could. The owner realized that many things could go wrong, but the team kept the store running smoothly. By the evening, the owner was tired but also proud. He had spent many hours working hard with people he barely knew. He understood their daily efforts and the stress they faced. He felt grateful for their loyalty and kindness. The owner thought about how he could help them more and make their work easier. Before leaving, the owner thanked the team for letting him join them. The workers were surprised, but happy to meet the real boss. He said they never thought he would work alongside them. The owner promised to remember this day and use what he learned to improve the company. He knew that real leadership meant seeing the world through the eyes of the workers. That night, as he went home, the owner reflected on his experience. He realized that the success of the business did not come from him alone. It came from every person who worked hard, helped others, and stayed strong even when things were tough. The owner felt a new respect for his team and a deeper desire to support them. This first day undercover was just the start. The owner was ready to learn more about his workers and their lives. He wanted to see their kindness, their struggles, and their true stories. What he saw so far made him hopeful for the future of his company and the people who made it run. The day moved on, and the store became busier than ever. Orders kept coming in from customers who wanted their meals fast. The undercover boss, still dressed like a regular worker, joined the team with energy. He knew this was not easy work, but he wanted to learn everything he could. The sounds of the store filled the air, the clatter of dishes, the beep of the cash register, and the quick chatter of workers as they moved around. The workers had a system. Some took orders, others prepared food, and some packed meals into bags for delivery. The boss helped wherever he could. At one point, he was asked to pack leftover orders. These were meals that customers had not picked up or that were extra from busy times. The boss carefully packed each box, making sure the food was neat and clean. He noticed how important this task was, even if it seemed small. Every order represented a customer who was hungry and waiting. The teen at the cashier caught his attention again. The young boy worked with a steady calmness that made the whole place feel less rushed. Even when the line grew long, the teen kept a smile on his face. He helped customers choose what they wanted and talked kindly with people who seemed upset or confused. The boss saw that the teen was more than just a cashier. He was someone who cared deeply about the people around him. During a short break, the boss watched the teen carefully. The boy did not just work for money. He worked to support his family and his friends. The boss overheard the teen talking to a coworker about helping someone get home after work. The teen said he would do whatever he could to help. This showed the boss how strong the bond was between the workers. As the evening continued, the store faced challenges. The orders increased, and the workers had to move quickly. Sometimes machines did not work well, or there were mistakes in the orders. The team stayed focused and helped each other solve problems. When one person dropped a box or made a mistake, others stepped in without complaint. The boss felt proud watching this teamwork. It reminded him that success came from working together, not just working alone. Outside the store, the boss noticed delivery drivers waiting patiently. They were tired, but still polite to the staff. The boss saw how important these drivers were to the company's success. They connected the food with the customers' homes. Without them, the busy store would not be able to keep up with demand. Back inside, the boss continued packing leftover orders. It was hard work. The food had to be fresh, and everything had to be clean. The boss felt the pressure of time, but also the joy of helping. Each box was like a small gift, carrying a meal to someone who needed it. Suddenly, the boss noticed the teen walking outside with a coworker. The coworker looked worried and was checking his phone. The teen was calm, but ready to help. The boss decided to follow quietly, curious to see what was happening. They reached a nearby gas station. The coworker needed to fill his car's tank to get home, but he did not have enough money. The teen looked around and then took out his wallet. Without hesitation, he paid for the gas. The coworker thanked him with a big smile. The teen only nodded and said, "We help each other." The boss was stunned. He saw kindness in its purest form. This act was not about money or fame. It was about friendship and care. The boss realized that this teen had a heart bigger than he expected. The teen's small gift made a big difference to his coworker's life. The boss thought about how many small acts like this happened every day. He had only seen one, but he believed there were many more. This made him feel hopeful. The workers were not just employees. They were a family that looked out for each other. After the gas station, the teen and coworker returned to the store. The boss waited until they went inside, then went back himself. He felt a new respect for the people who worked there. He wanted to do more to help them and to show them that their kindness mattered. Later that night, as the store closed, the boss talked quietly with some workers. He asked them about their lives and what they hoped for. Many shared stories of struggle, but also stories of hope. They talked about their families' dreams and how they supported each other at work and at home. The boss listened with a full heart. He understood that these workers were strong people, doing their best every day. They faced hard times but still found ways to care for others. This made the boss think about what kind of leader he wanted to be. Before leaving, the boss helped clean up. He felt tired but satisfied. He'd learned more than he expected. The team had shown him kindness, strength, and teamwork. The boss knew this was only the beginning. There was more to learn, and he wanted to be a better leader for these people. As he walked away from the store, the boss thought about the teen's act of paying for gas. It was a small moment, but it meant so much. It showed the true spirit of the workers, a spirit of caring and community. The boss promised himself that he would honor that spirit and support his team in every way he could. As the undercover boss continued his time at the store, he began to see the deeper connections between the workers. It was not just a place where people came to do a job. It was a place where friendships grew, and small acts of kindness made a big difference. One evening, after a long and busy shift, the boss followed the teen and his coworker outside again, curious to learn more about their story. The teen was quiet but kind. He cared a lot about the people around him, even when things were hard. The coworker, a man a few years older, seemed tired and worried that night. He needed to get home, but did not have enough money to pay for gas. The teen noticed this and quickly stepped in to help. He reached into his pocket and took out some money. Without hesitation, he gave it to his friend to fill the car's tank. The boss watched this quietly, standing behind a wall near the gas station. He felt a warmth in his chest. This small act of generosity was powerful. The teen did not have much himself, but he gave what he could to help someone in need. The coworker smiled gratefully and said, "Thank you. I will pay you back." Soon, the teen just smiled and said, "It's okay. We take care of each other." The boss thought about how many people in the world would not do this. Many would look the other way or say they did not have enough money to help. But this teen showed a different way. He showed what kindness and friendship really meant. The boss felt proud to have such people working in his company. After the gas was paid for, the two men got into the car and drove slowly back to the store. The boss stayed behind for a moment, thinking deeply. He realized that the workers were not just helping each other at work, they were helping each other in life, in small and important ways. This made the workplace more than just a job. It made it a family. The next day, the boss returned to the store early. He wanted to see the workers in a new light. He watched how they arrived, tired but ready to work. Some greeted each other with hugs or handshakes. Yet others shared small snacks or coffee to start the day. The boss noticed that the teen was already at the register, smiling and talking kindly with customers. During the busy morning hours, the boss helped with packing orders again. He saw how the workers moved fast but carefully. They wanted every customer to be happy. The teen helped a new employee who was nervous about making mistakes. The boss saw how the teen gently explained things and encouraged the young worker. It was clear the teen was a leader among his coworkers, even without a special title. As the day went on, the boss spoke with the store manager. The manager told stories about the team, especially the teen. He said the boy was hardworking, honest, and always willing to help. The manager also spoke about the challenges the workers faced. Some had families to support, others had school or other jobs. The boss listened carefully and thought about how to make their lives better. The boss then took a quiet moment to walk through the kitchen. He saw cooks working side by side, sharing tasks and laughing when possible, he noticed. One worker wiping sweat from his forehead while still smiling. The boss thought about how much effort each person put into their work, often without praise or thanks. Later, during a short break, the boss sat with a few workers. They shared stories about their dreams and hopes for the future. One woman said she wanted to go back to school and become a nurse. Another man spoke about saving money to buy a small house. The teen quietly listened and shared his own hope to finish high school and find a better job one day. The boss felt moved by their honesty and determination. As the shift ended, the boss noticed the teen packing leftover orders again. This was work that often went unnoticed but was important. The boss helped him pack carefully, making sure the food was safe and fresh. The teen talked about how some of these orders went to people who could not afford to pay full price or who were in need. The boss felt a new respect for the teen's kindness and the company's small ways of helping the community. When the store closed, the boss followed the teen and coworker to the gas station once more. The coworker needed to fill his tank again, but did not have enough money. The teen smiled and pulled out his wallet, paying for the gas just like before. The coworker thanked him again. The teen said simply, "We look out for each other. That's what family does." The boss could no longer hide. He stepped forward and said, "I have watched what you do. Your kindness, your hard work. I'm proud to be part of this team because of people like you." The teen looked surprised but happy. The coworker smiled wide and said, "We just do what's right." The boss explained that he was the owner of the company. He wanted the workers to know how much he valued them. He promised to help improve the store, to listen to their needs, and to support their kindness. The teen and coworker felt proud. They had worked hard, helped each other, and now they were seen and appreciated. The boss knew that this moment was important. Showed him that success was not only about money or numbers, it was about people, their kindness, and their care for one another. The teen's small acts of paying for gas were a lesson for everyone. The boss promised to honor that lesson and build a company that cared deeply for its people. That night, as the boss went home, he thought about the true meaning of leadership. It was about seeing the hearts of the people who make a business work. It was about kindness, respect, and support. He felt ready to make changes that would help the workers and their families. The boss knew the journey was just beginning, but he was hopeful for the future. The next morning, the workers arrived at the store, unaware that the boss was about to reveal himself. The undercover man had spent days watching and learning. He had seen their hard work, their kindness, and their struggles. Now it was time for the truth. As the team gathered for their morning meeting, the manager called everyone to attention. The undercover boss stepped forward and took off his hat. He smiled warmly and said, "Good morning, everyone. I have something important to tell you." The workers looked surprised. Some whispered among themselves, wondering who this man really was. The boss continued, "For the past few days, I have been working here with you. I wanted to see how things really are. I wanted to understand your work, your challenges, and your kindness." There was silence in the room. Then the teen who had shown such generosity at the gas station stood up. He looked at the boss with wide eyes. The boss smiled at him and said, "I saw how you paid for your coworkers' gas. That act of kindness touched me deeply." The teen blushed but nodded humbly. The boss went on, "You all work very hard. You help each other like family. I am proud of each one of you. Your dedication and care are the reason this company succeeds." The workers began to smile, and some clapped softly. The boss thanked the manager for supporting the team and promised to make changes to improve working conditions. Said he would listen to the workers' needs and find ways to help them both at work and in life. The teen felt proud. He never expected to be recognized by the owner of the company. The coworker who had received help at the gas station also smiled, feeling grateful. The workers felt a new sense of respect and connection with their boss. After the meeting, the boss spoke privately with the manager and some of the workers. He asked for ideas on how to make the workplace better. The team suggested better breaks, more support for workers with families, and ways to reduce stress during busy times. The boss promised to take their suggestions seriously. He said he would work to create a positive environment where everyone felt valued and cared for. The workers felt hopeful. They had a boss who saw them as people, not just employees. That day, the boss spent time with the teen and other workers, learning more about their lives outside work. He discovered how many faced challenges like paying bills, caring for children, or studying after long shifts. The boss realized that their kindness at work came from a deep strength inside them. The teen shared his dreams of finishing school and finding a better future. The boss encouraged him and promised to support his goals. The teen felt inspired and motivated. Later, the boss arranged a small gathering to thank the workers. He gave the teen a special gift to recognize his kindness and leadership. The workers cheered and celebrated together. The boss felt joy seeing the team come together as a family. As the days passed, the boss worked on improving the store. He added new programs to help workers with financial support, healthcare, and education. He made sure the workplace was safe and friendly. The team noticed the changes and felt more appreciated. The teen continued to work hard and help others. His small act of paying for gas had started a chain of kindness that spread throughout the store. The boss saw how one good deed could inspire many more. The story of the undercover boss showed that leadership was about more than rules and profits. It was about understanding, kindness, and respect. The boss learned that caring for people was the key to success. The workers knew they had a leader who cared deeply about them. They felt proud to be part of the company and to work together as a strong, caring team. The teen's generosity had made a lasting difference for everyone. After the boss revealed himself and promised to make changes, the atmosphere in the store began to shift. The workers felt something new in the air, a sense of hope and respect that they had not felt before. The owner's visit showed them that they mattered, not just as employees, but as people with dreams and challenges. The boss kept his promise, started by improving the benefits for the workers. He arranged for better healthcare plans, more paid breaks, and flexible hours for those with families. Many workers were surprised and grateful. They felt seen and cared for in a way they never had before. The teen who had quietly helped his co-worker at the gas station was also recognized in a special way. The boss gave him a small scholarship to help finish his education. He also gave him a promotion, making him a team leader. The teen felt proud but remained humble, continued to help his co-workers, and lead by example. The changes in the store did not stop there. The boss created a program where workers could share their ideas and concerns freely. He listened carefully and acted on what he heard. When a worker suggested better training, the boss hired skilled trainers to help everyone improve their skills. When another worker talked about stress during busy times, the boss arranged for extra help and better scheduling. The team grew stronger and happier. They worked with more energy because they knew their leader cared. The store became a place where kindness and teamwork were as important as speed and quality. Customers noticed the difference too. Many said they liked the friendly smiles and helpful attitudes of the staff. The boss often visited the store, not as a visitor, but as part of the team. He worked alongside the workers, packing orders and talking with customers. He remembered the lessons he learned while undercover. He treated everyone with respect and kindness. One day, the boss arranged a celebration to thank the workers for their hard work and kindness. The store was decorated with balloons and banners. There was music and food for everyone. The boss spoke to the team about how proud he was of them. He shared stories about the teen who helped his coworker at the gas station, showing how one small act of kindness can inspire many. The workers cheered and clapped. The teen smiled, feeling honored, but still modest. The coworker who received help also stood proudly. Their story became an example of the caring spirit that made the store special. After the celebration, the boss met with the team to discuss the future. He wanted to keep improving, to keep caring. He promised that the company would always be a place where workers felt valued and supported. The teen continued to lead with kindness and strength. He encouraged his coworkers and helped new workers learn. The team stayed close, like a family, ready to support each other through challenges and successes, the boss's visit and the changes. He showed everyone that real success comes from caring for people. It was not just about profits or numbers, but about respect, kindness, and teamwork. The store became a shining example of what a good workplace could be. The story ended with hope. Hope that kindness and respect would grow in every workplace, and that leaders would remember the power of small acts of care. The boss knew his journey was not over, but he was proud of the steps taken. The workers felt proud too, knowing they were part of something bigger. Together, they had built more than a store. They had built a community. It all started with a simple act of paying for gas, a small kindness that changed everything.